why gas clouds are important. This is a budget performance of geology so everyone can understand it. So, petrophysics and geology. So this is effectively jade. So what we've got is oil migrating through the stratas, and it will go through, it will fill up the area, and it will fill it to a point where it will start to spill. Before it gets to that point, you get all this pressure building up in the well, and it takes hundreds of millions of years. So once this pressure is obviously filled this entire well area up, at the top of the surface you get this trap. Now, as is a four-way up dip trap, I'm going to do a video shortly on the different types of traps and why I like the four-way up dip trap that is in place with Jade and Topaz. But what you get here is you get oil that can't migrate through this channel, so it's perfect seal. So you get lots of oil, lots of pressure, and that forces oil into the rocks. That's to do with the permeability and the porosity of the rock. So once you get this fill to spill, you get all the rock containing oil as well. So we've got a perfect trap in place, and that is characterised by this gas cloud. So the gas cloud is where oil can't go through, but due to the pressure, this is a oil molecule, and this is a symbol of basically the small gaps that are in the rock. You know, we're down to microscopic level here. So the oil can't go through. So this little blob of gas will eventually come out. So it's almost like a bit of steam being displaced from water with a Gore-Tex jacket. So oil and moisture is repelled on the outside, and it lets your body's humidity come out. Exactly the same with this. You get oil trapped below the system, and then you get these gas formations coming out. So for this to work, the oil has to be here for hundreds of millions of years. And at the same point in time, the pressures have to equal on each side. So once the pressures are equal, the gas just sits there. So it needs to be there in place, a lot of pressure and a lot of oil to get the amount of gas there, so that when they do the data set, they can actually see it. If it wasn't there, then either the trap isn't there, so the oil would migrate further on, and or the oil wouldn't be there or pressurised. So it's a good indication from two fronts. One, that there's oil in place and it's been there for a long time. It's a good seal, a good trap with a large quantity of oil in play, and that is why that gas cloud forms. And then from the other point of view, that forms a perfect trap for us. So that trap in place will enable us to obviously and hopefully go hand in hand with other discoveries. So I'm going to add on to this one the fourth and final casing point. So as the drill bit comes down, it's got logging whilst drilling tools, and that will come across the presence of these hydrocarbons. At that point in time, I believe they'll put in the last casing point, which is a hardened plug basically, and they'll pull the drill bit out, wait for it to set, and then as they drill down into that last moment, they'll break through obviously this layer, and then hopefully we'll get all of the beautiful lovely API oil and hopefully a commercial discovery above and beyond the P10 figures that comes hand in hand across the geology with the gas clouds and with the oil in play, obviously that forms the trip. Thank you very much for your time. Any questions, you can find me on Twitter. That's at SLARRATT1. and or you can comment on the video below, and more than happy to give any time information or videos to others that would like to further understand what Empyrean energy have and are drilling. Thank you very much for your time.